And this vintage train just keeps on rolling along into the next segment, which is this 1920 Polo Grounds postcard. This is a really fantastic example to me. Highly affordable. I think this can be had for what, 20, 25, 30 bucks. Um, in solid condition. Right, I really love this version for a couple of reasons. Most notably, kind of the slightly worn corners here and edges, as well as obviously spotless back. Big fan of that. No writing, never posted. Image of the Polo Grounds, right? This kind of colorized image from 1920. You can see everyone in their kind of bowler hats and suit jacket attire, witnessing the ongoing game. Polo Grounds, New York City, home of the Giants. Really gives you a sense for the magnitude of this kind of the grandstands of the stadium. Unfortunately, right, you can't see the outfield, which is part of the kind of majesty of the cement and yeah, stone and concrete, fireproof. Really interesting facts there. Covers about 16 city blocks. It's one of those things, right? You got Old Yankee Stadium, Polo Grounds, and Ebbets Field. Those would be three sites to see. Built entirely with stone and concrete, strictly fireproof. Opened during the season of 1912 and the largest baseball park in the U.S., seating over 45,000. So yeah, the American Art Publishing Company in New York City, H. Finkelstein and Sons, postcard for the address, stamp for 1 cent. You can see the inflation now. What, they're like 50 years, 75 or something. You got John McGraw on the cover too, right? This is a really, sorry, really great vintage piece to me, right? It's so affordable for the time and the quality of a piece like this. Uh, right. I think I'm really an advocate of diverse collections, right? Like different ways to find pieces of history like this, which are very, very profound, right? I know that some of the team cards from these periods of time can be hundreds of bucks, right? And you can get something like this that has a real time depiction of the Polo Grounds and pretty extreme detail, right? You see this kind of, it's almost like this white picket fence around the outfield stands here. These wooden posts that are positioned all around here, and really great view of the left field line and the wraparound grandstands. Like, look, this building back here is wild. Um, Almost looks like a train depot or something. But these grandstands, these wraparound grandstands around the base of the field, really, really incredible image. It's like you see up on the hill, these buildings on the hill. Must have just been a majestic place, especially during that period of time. Um, really love these images from the early 1900s. I mean, particularly what late 1800s, 1900, 1910, 20, that capture this part of the game. Right, you can see the way things were um, in a sense of place. Right, less of focus on the players, but more of a sense of place and what the dead ball game was. Right, this was right as Ruth was becoming this kind of nationally renowned figure, and the game was picking up in a whole new way. Um, Really fantastic colorized too. The element of the colorized aspect of this image really adds something to it. There's nothing that can replace the kind of painted black and white that was so familiar, I think, headed into even the 1950s photography. Um, that's on a lot of cards and memorabilia of this time. This is a really great piece, in my opinion. Right, it's affordable. It's something that exists. It's not incredibly scarce, right? But this is a great piece to own. I think this is one of the really fantastic depictions of the game at this place and time. Um, I'm a big advocate of things like that. It's not something that necessarily is a common card, quote unquote. I mean, obviously, as a postcard, it's not in the same field or categorical discipline as baseball cards, but great example, nonetheless. I'm branching further and further into kind of obscurities and interesting little pieces, and pulling those together in unexpected ways. I think is a really fun way to build a collection. This is a great addition, obviously, for anyone, especially for someone interested in New York baseball. I do a lot of like mid-century New York collecting. I've got a lot of interest there, as well as in the I guess the early aughts periods. Um, mostly Dodgers, but also Giants, Philadelphia Athletics. It's classic East Coast city teams. Um, yeah, 20s Yankees, that kind of deal. Yeah, it's great. It's great to look at this card. I haven't actually gotten this one through the mail yet, so I'm excited to get it. Take a look. Um, gotta love postcards. All right, well, episode in the books. I think this is episode 6. We'll see when I upload it. Let me know what you think. Talk to you later.